So we have to, as the Oversight Committee, be attentive to the relationship also, very important, between investigation and prosecution. The difference between prosecution and persecution is not the process. Prosecution is evidence-led, law-bound, and fair. Persecution is what justice becomes when power outruns proof, process, or any legal authority. And as an oversight committee, we must guard slavishly against a commission that has the potential to persecute and ensure that whatever is put before us meets the tenets of prosecution. This observation is not made, let me make it clear, because I know that many are listening and will be recording and repeating. It's not made as an accusation against the commission. It is as simple, it's a principle that must guide all public authorities that hold investigative, much less investigative and prosecutorial power. Where an institution has both investigative and prosecutorial functions within its statutory architecture, the standard of care, that standard must be higher. The public interest is not served by matters being advanced beyond what the evidence and law can properly sustain. Nor is it served if strong cases are weakened by delay, by error, or by lack of clarity. So we have to hold those things into our contention and mind when deliberating on matters of importance that have been referred to us. A strong commission, therefore, must be fearless, and we will be so, disciplined. Zeal within the law, as has always been said, is a virtue. Power exercised beyond the law is a danger. And this committee will support the former and guard against the latter. Make that be very clear. At the same time, we will effectively remain within our own mandate. It does not examine a report in order to redecide the individual matter. We won't be doing that. We'll examine reports in order to review institutional performance and to report to Parliament our findings. A recommendation that procedures be strengthened, delays reduced, reporting clarified, resources addressed, or the legislation where necessary amended. That falls within our role. A direction that the Commission reach a different outcome in a particular case, that does not fall within our role, and we won't be going down that road. We built this commission with the nation's trust, and we will hold it to the nation's standard. That is the whole of our charge. That is a balance that we intend to strike, and the work that this committee now begins. That said, members, you would have within your remit a number of documents that have been sent to you. The minutes from the last meeting of March 12, 2026. I would ask that we take a look on those minutes if you have not done so before. Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Chair, I welcomed your opening remarks, and I thought them very timely. I noticed we are moving to matters at hand without an opportunity to actually say. I found some of what you said very helpful, but there are some things in what you said that concerns me greatly.
Let me assist you, because the welcoming and opening remarks perhaps is not the point in our agenda in which you would have the opportunity to refer to those issues, but you will get that opportunity.
I
So
would
the
like to be
welcome-
guided because your remarks
Yes,
were
so-
general remarks and not for individual cases. And therefore, it would be good to see at what point on the agenda that is before us that those general comments that you made at the beginning, certainly some of which I found troubling and some glaring omissions that I was concerned about would then be raised.
That's agenda 8. Any other business?
That's
Because what
any
we
other
have now
business.
is we're at 4, welcome and opening remarks by the chair. 5 is reading and confirmation of the minutes of the meeting held on March 12, 26, which is where we would invite the minutes. 6 is matters arising from the minutes. 7, review of the reports of the Integrity Commission. And 8, any other business that you want to discuss. And at that point, I welcome whatever remarks you want to have at that time. All right? You're not on mic. Yes. Yes. So I would move to...
No, I am now on mic unless you're making a ruling that I should not be on mic.
I'm making a ruling that we can move ahead with the
No,
agenda.
I'm simply saying to you, Mr. Chair,
If you're
that at
repeating what
any
you have
other
said-
business, no, that at any other business, I would like to be called upon.
You don't, there's no need to say that because I've already committed to that. And there's no difficulty. This is not the back and forth in Parliament. We're one committee. And I intend to hold us to account as one committee, not separate members. All right, so let's move to...
Mr. Chairman, I think in light of your opening comments, members should be asked if they want to comment. The reason for this is that I thought you've made some good points, but there are other points which also can be made. First point, your comments... No, I just want to say, I thought that the IC would be present today.
Member Chuck,
Yes.
let me say this.
Yes.
Permit me to move through the agenda. We will have an opportunity to ventilate all of these issues. There is nothing that says that it has to happen instantaneously. All I'm asking is that we follow the agenda. There's a purpose to its order. And as chair, I'm going to ask members to just allow that we go through very quickly, and we'll have an opportunity
with due respect,
to say
Chairman,
fully.
welcome and opening remarks should be not only for the chairman, but for everyone.
You're welcoming me after I've welcomed you?
No, you're welcome, and I welcome to be here at the meeting. And
No, well, you have it wrong.
But
The opening remarks are not for you. The opening remarks are within the remit of me as chair. You have a problem, member. Go ahead.
Mine is procedural too, because I just want to know where I will be allowed to raise, not just on what you said, but I also have some procedural questions that I'd like to ask about how the committee operates. So I want to know where on the agenda that would be.
So,
and I would say I'm guided by you, but given how extensive your opening remarks were, in fact, they were a dissertation, right, on the work of this committee, I would support Member Chuck in saying that given that extensive dialogue, it would be appropriate for members to comment.
Do you think all dishwashing soaps are the same? Try Done. Done. Triple risk cleaning power.
if you read through the minutes, you recall that at the last instance, there was an opinion that was requested. The matters arising from the minutes would also be another opportunity, if you have any issue relating to procedure, for us to address that kind of matter. Member Campbell.
Thank you, Chair. I wanted to understand if the ruling is that something that is mentioned in opening remarks should be addressed under AOB, because my understanding of AOB is for items that did not arise in the other parts of the agenda, that it comes at the end as almost a safety net now, that whatever you would have missed, you can now introduce it as any other business that wasn't discussed. I did not get the impression that AOB is for something that was discussed already. I certainly did not have that impression, so I'm asking for your guidance.
Yeah. All right, so the guidance is simple. We're trying to go through the agenda, get these matters treated with, and then we'll have full opportunity to go through all the different remarks. A lot of, just permit me to finish, A lot of the matters that relate to procedure will also intermingle with the matters arising from the minutes. Because a lot of what I said was based also on our last meeting where we called for the parameters within which this body will operate. So instead of repeating, what I'm asking members to do is just for us to read and confirm the minutes, and then most of the matters that you have an issue with that will be procedural in relation to what this committee's function is are actually going to arise at 6. So we don't have a difficulty in relation to whether or not you should be heard. All I'm asking is for us to move to 5, read and confirm the minutes, go to 6, and we can have all the time we want to ventilate everything. Not all the time, but we can ventilate it at that time, yes. No, I hear you. You're talking about any other business. And I'm saying to you that, one, matters relating to what I discussed that have to do with the function of the committee can be and are best discussed at 6. Any other matters, which I don't know what members have in their mind, can be discussed at 8.
Please. I'm saying to you, I'm not limiting my question to this particular instance. I'm looking at a precedence that is being established. I am trying to get the understanding if what you're saying, because there could be a next meeting when something that is mentioned in opening remarks is not addressed in the minutes and therefore would not be properly placed as a matter arising from the minutes.
And in that regard,
and it would not be properly placed as AOB,
yes,
because it would not be any other business, because that business would have been dealt with already.
Yes.
So I'm seeking to understand how is it that a matter that is placed squarely before us cannot be taken until we get to item 8, where we're discussing other business.
It can be taken. It can be taken. But as chair, I'm saying to you, instead of us repeating, it is the same substantive matter that we're going to treat with
Chairman,
in the minutes.
Chairman, you put these issues on the floor, you know. You
Yes.
are the person that placed them on the floor. And so members now want to comment on the very issues that you have placed on the floor.
Yes.
So
And
why
you're
would
going
you deny them that privilege?
Nobody is denying. You, again, what you're doing is you are formulating your own opinion as to what I
But I
ultimately
can't
am seeking
formulate
to
the next
achieve.
opinion, only mine.
And no, because you're saying, because what you're saying, member, is that I am seeking to deny. And I'm saying to you categorically, we don't have to go back and forth on this. It's a simple procedural matter. All I'm saying to members is let us read and confirm the minutes, because what is in the minutes is inextricably connected to what I have discussed. Read and confirm the minutes so we don't have to end up repeating ourselves. Can we read and confirm the minutes, please?
I note that the minutes